Hi, in this video for the Amiko Mini HD T2/cable receiver, we're going to talk a little bit about the media player. So to access the media player, all you have to do is go into menu, arrow down to USB and arrow over to file list. Okay. Now, the thing to note here is obviously you'll have to have a memory stick or an external hard drive, something like that, plugged into the USB port on the side of the box with your media on it. The next thing to note is that it breaks down, and we generally find this the best way of doing it, is it breaks down the media into its different types and genres, as in, music, photos, videos, recordings, things like this, okay? So the first one by default in the list is MP3s, okay? So it will play different types of audio files, but by far the most common one that people have are MP3s. So I'm just going to arrow down here, and I just have a little memory stick plugged in with just a few little sample files on it. So we'll just test it and kick it off there. So I'm just going to press OK on that, and I'm going to turn the telly up, and hopefully you can hear that. So that's it. It plays the very common MP3 format. So I'm just going to stop that for a second. The next one along then, if you hit the right button, is images. So it'll play different types of image files, most of the common ones that are commonly available, but by far and away the most common one that is available and that people use, especially with digital cameras and things like that, is JPEGs. Okay, so I'm just going to arrow down here and I'm going to kick off. Now this is just a little thumbnail of a dog or something like that, I think, so you can see it there, but if it was a bigger photo obviously it would come up bigger. So that's basically it. So you can see that, and you could play back your photos on your TV and things like that. The next one along, and it's probably the most important one that people would use, is videos. So before I just demonstrate it working, I want to explain something first. An awful lot of the time, before someone buys or after they buy, or they email us and ask us either, will this box play an AVI, or I bought this box but it doesn't play AVIs. Okay, so we always make the videos and we try and incorporate this information into it, so it'll give people a good feel for what happens and what this is all about. An AVI is like a container. An AVI is not just an AVI. So within that container you have two things specifically called codecs. You have an audio codec and you have a video codec. Okay, and the point about these is you can have multiple different versions of either the audio or the video codec, okay? But by far and away, up to now certainly anyway, the one that people generally mean when they talk about an AVI is an XVID MP3 AVI. XVID is the video codec and MP3 is the audio codec. And in general, that's what people mean when they say, will this box play an AVI? So that's a very important point to note, because, boxes can say they'll play an AVI, but to be honest, that really means nothing, because there's just so many variations of AVIs possible. But as we say, the one that we feel, and from our experience, that people mean when they say that, is XVID MP3. So we just have a little clip here of an XVID MP3 AVI on a little memory stick here, and we're just going to play it back and see if it'll play. And you can see it plays back fine there. Okay, so I'm just going to exit out of that there, and you can see there. So the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and you can see it plays it back. So generally with the media players on boxes, they wouldn't be as good as a standalone dedicated media player. But as far as things go regarding media players on boxes, the Amiko Mini T2/cable, it's not too bad at all. It's fairly smooth, and it does play a good range of videos. So that's basically it in a nutshell. If you want to get back to live TV, then you can just hit exit a couple of times and you're back there then. So that's it. Just a little bit about the media player and the Amiko Mini HD T2/cable receiver.